Welcome in. This is the Lat Cave podcast with myself, Danny Peterson,
Drew Peterson,
and Mason Liedl.
We are starting a new podcast series called The Lat Cave. The name is inspired by Mason over here. And we were going to be talking about anything and everything under the sun. Is that correct?
pretty much just life genre.
Life in general. We're going to be talking about the gym, women, advice,
Entrepreneurial endeavors.
Yep.
Pretty much anything that you can think of that's not going to physically harm us.
Yeah. So we're going to get right into it. We don't really have a designated topic that we are going to be talking about today, but we're just kind of going to go, we're going to go with the flow and see what happens. So,
Don't say you already ruined it.
I did ruin it.
That's like placeholder type shit.
Hopefully I didn't just ruin it there.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Fine.
But that's something that talking more, you'll get rid of those filler words.
Yeah. I mean, we do have a lot of practice. This is our second recording. We did an hour and 20 long podcast that didn't record the audio correctly. So
Feeling pretty good about this one.
yeah.
Yeah. We will be good.
Yeah, it's smooth.
But so how does this audio system work like for the podcast?
So basically, you pretty much have the mics which funnel into a like almost brain. So it all combines all the different audios through an analog system. And then we have all our like headsets that are plugged into that brain as well. So we can each hear each other and then also record all our stuff. And then it gets like transferred from an analog sound to a digital like file, or analog file to a digital file. And that's what goes to the computer. So
Yeah.
but we got the mics to where we can also do USB and just go from the mic to the computer. So we have a little bit of
So you'd only do that if you were doing like a single mic.
yeah, or like if you didn't want to do all this, or you wanted to go somewhere, or if you were just recording just for you and talking to the camera or something, and you didn't need to talk to other people or hear anyone else.
Yeah. It's you can use it as a solo as well, which is
So-
kind of cool. But yeah, so I want to start off by saying I'm happy to start this podcast with you guys. I think it's going to be super interesting. And I think the first thing that we should talk about is entrepreneurship and how each one of us kind of got into it, where it all started. Mason, you want to start us off?
Well, I wouldn't consider myself an entrepreneur just yet. I'm still working a full-time job. But like, I do remember my freshman year of college, I tried starting a drop shipping business, and I spent like so much money on this. I probably spent like $2,500 trying to start this business, and I was just like grinding.
Mm-hmm.
And I spent, once I got to like that much spent and zero return on it, I kind of like took a step back.
Do you know what
And
you were doing?
I did. I had like a course that kind of laid everything out, and I was doing everything. You know, I was reaching out to suppliers, domestic suppliers, and my niche was like gas fire pits. So this course kind of showed us how you want to have like a higher ticket item to drop ship, because then you only have to make like
Couple sales?
a couple
Yeah.
sales. And with these fire pits, you'd be making, you know, $800 to over $1,000 per sale.
Wow.
Dang.
And so I reached out to a bunch of suppliers. You know, I probably got like half of them to go on my Shopify site, and I was setting up all the shit. This is before like AI could do this all for you too. So I was writing product descriptions, making my own like marketing, you know, content. And I remember like saying to my dad one time, I'm like, man, I really want to do this. Like, I think I want to take a semester off of school. Like, this was during my first semester of college.
Oh, damn.
And he was like, yeah, I get it, but I think you should just keep doing it. You already started. And sometimes I look back and I think, like, what would happen if I did take that semester off of school, was working, living at home or something, and then funneling that money into this drop shipping business.
Yeah, because it does take money to make money. So you cannot start anything without first investing in it.
Yeah. I think my my ad spend wasn't quite optimized, so that's where I was like kind of wasting money. I was getting clicks, but
Conversion rate.
I had
down.
people reaching out to me saying like, "Hey, can we come in and like view your products?" You know,
Wow.
it was
cool.
a cool feeling.
So was the drop shipping, you had the products in hand?
No,
Oh.
drop shipping is you're basically the middleman. You don't even have to touch the products. You
Okay.
just set up the site, you make the sale, link the supplier to ship to the customer.
Oh, yeah, okay. That makes sense.
See, that's where it was different from when we did Amazon FBA.
We did wholesale.
We did
wholesaling.
wholesaling, so you buy the outright bulk and then try to sell that. So you take the risk. Which,
Interesting.
in this case, his risk was marketing and
Yeah.
just like startup costs, which you
Ad spend
yeah, which
Yeah.
without fully optimizing.
yeah.
That's interesting.
But that's actually cool though, because that means we're trying to test something out in the beginning.
I was.
So it was in
And
the
then
back of your head. Always in the back of your head.
Yeah, I realized pretty early on that like I wanted more to life than just working a 9 to 5. I wanted
Yeah.
something that would generate kind of passive income. I mean, still you do a lot of work, especially initially setting everything up,
Right.
but then being able to scale at your own will.
Yeah.
Can't do that in a 9 to 5, really.
Exactly. Yeah, there's a ceiling to it. Yeah, what about you? I mean, we're kind of in the same boat, but
Yeah, we had like this when we were super young with the landscaping.
13 and 16
think.
is when we started.
Yeah, we always had that entrepreneur like go-getter vibe mindset. The more you go for it, the more money you make, the better you are, the more goals you reach. We've always had that. And
Started with landscaping.
yeah. So
Yeah.
we started that when we were 16 and 13.
Yeah.
We've always pretty much done everything together too.
Yeah.
So we've always had a teammate in it, which is also hard for you because you never had like a teammate.
All right, Mason's
Mike fell off, but we're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Cheap ass Amazon mic.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Until about college, we pretty much just did the neighborhood landscaping, and we made good money on it for the amount of time that we put into it. And then within the last 3 years, I think we finally took it seriously and tried to meet some crazy goals. And from 2 years ago to last year, we jumped up, quadrupled our clientele. And then from last year to this year, we're looking to at least double, if not triple our clientele as well again.
Right.
And then we're going to be going into another venture that we started this year. So we did a lot this year, in this past year. We started a clothing brand called Alpha Shreds. And that's something we've been working on for about 5 months now. And it looks like it's going in the right direction. We got samples that were getting made. We've got concepts that we're putting together. A lot of the stuff is still in the production era.
It's on the
so-
way, though. I mean, it's in transit.
Yeah, we got a bunch on the way.
And from what I've seen is that your samples so far are like really high quality. Like the materials are just, they're like name brands
Yeah,
that
Yeah.
people buy for the quality.
Yeah,
And I
we
feel
try.
like typically, small startup brands, they just don't have that quality. And
Well, people-
I know someone that like did a startup clothing brand, and I bought one of the shirts to like support him. We used to be friends back in like elementary school, kind of fell off, but then I'd been following his brand, and he had really, really good marketing, I must say. But then I got the shirt, and it was a piece of shit. I
Really?
mean, it didn't fit good, like,
Yeah.
and the quality just wasn't there.
Yeah.
But the marketing was like phenomenal.
That's more than 50% of the whole thing.
But the problem is that you won't be a repeat buyer because you know the quality isn't good.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So like our whole thing and why we've been a little burnt because everyone is asking, are you actually going to release clothes? And we've taken 5 months, plenty of time to learn and educate ourselves and make sure we got good quality products, because we don't want to release anything that's going to be crappy or seen as cheap.
Yeah. I mean, that's why it's taking us so long. I mean, sample comes in and we are like to the T, like every little piece, every little detail, like piece on the thing. We are trying to get the best design out there, best quality out there for everyone. So,
and I can tell, like, that's why you're taking so much time. You don't want to release a bad product.
Exactly.
You're not going to retain that brand loyalty.
Yeah. No, and our pretty much standard is if I wouldn't wear it, if I wouldn't want to wear it, besides it being my own brand, then it's not going to be released.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And I think like we're on our first drop. So, I mean, after our first drop, I mean, how many samples did we go through? Like rounds? We're on like our fourth, right?
This will be
Third or fourth.
4. Our first and second rounds were pretty rough. And they weren't even our like final designs.
I think like our drop 2, 3, even 4, we can get that to like 2 sample rounds. I mean, 1 is pretty hard to get on the spot with any drop. Learning. But I mean, yeah, we gotta increase that efficiency. But I think everything's going well.
Yeah, you're still headed in the right direction.
Right.
Just takes a little bit more time.
Exactly.
I mean, we had another venture that we had been working on last year, and that was Amazon FBA. And I touched that a little bit earlier, but that was something that did work, but it just, the cycle from buying wholesale, then having it ship into Amazon through a supplier they were using that we actually met through a guy in college. And by the time it got into Amazon, by the time it sold, and then eventually when the funds released and all the way back, it was like 3 to 4 months. And it was not enough to try to make money off of what I was investing in. So I was investing almost all my money into it, and I wasn't seeing any turn, and I was getting burned on fees. And unless you have a really, really good product locked down with a reliable supplier, I found that venture is very tough, because our supplier ended up just dipping on us.
He was like a middleman, so we were like the middleman to the middleman, right?
Yeah, and he actually dropped us and people our size of our brand, our company, and he's picking the bigger fish to fry. So
which makes sense.
Which obviously, as a businessman, it's a good business decision. Yeah. But for business relationships, you don't want to drop the little guys, because they create more business for you. They turn
to the big fish.
And so he ended up going with like the bigger deals, who are $100,000, $60K, all that kind of stuff. Damn. And that was way out of the water from what I was doing. We were doing $5K deals, but it was unfortunately not a good return, and we ended up losing a few thousand on that one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still sitting in there, but
I got products, about $5K in products, just sitting in a warehouse that's not selling, and I'm paying for Amazon to have our seller account. So I don't know what to do right now, but
what kind of products?
It's actually prime hydration.
Prime
hydration.
Drinks, yeah.
But the problem is that Amazon holds those listings so tight that if you adjust your price, they adjust instantly. And so you can't like undercut them a little bit, or you can't, like, they have Prime on that. I don't have Prime shipping. So
damn.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. But is what it is, a learning lesson. And next time, if I do get some more time.
Well, you'll never get dehydrated.
Yeah.
No.
Can you grab that stock?
I probably could have it shipped to our house.
If it doesn't,
264 cases of 12. And I originally had 350.
You know what we could do with that? What you could do is you could get a vending machine. Buy a vending machine.
Could.
And put them in the vending machine and then sell them.
That would be...
Mark it up. I mean, I literally just thought of that. That's actually like kind of smart.
You could do that.
Remember, because we were trying to do vending machine like a gig.
Oh, you were looking into that?
We were.
I looked on Facebook a couple times, but I never like.
It's you spend. It's like every month I think you check it, and you spend 1, 2, maybe 3 hours a month restocking it, and it's just a nice passive income stream. So
how much do you pay the business that you hold the machine at?
I don't know.
I have to do more research on that.
A return.
Yeah,
it's probably up to you.
Yeah, we never had the money to even invest in that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really something on our list right now. But I mean, if we have the money, we can always try it eventually. So
I would not be opposed.
yeah, but yeah, so that's pretty cool how we're all like-minded in that sense. So
Yeah, and I remember freshman year when I was into this stuff, like no one else around me wanted to do this. It was kind of like, I think like Instagram Reels or TikTok, or probably TikTok at the time, that like put me on this idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the thought of starting your own thing, no matter what it is, like just building your own thing from the ground up, is just something that is like kind of always intrigued me. Obviously, you guys as well.
But is there like an underlying reason for it?
I think it's because like the ceiling in which like the amount of money because money is obviously a big factor in this. Like with a regular 9-to-5 job, I don't think you have a ceiling to it. You can't go. You can obviously grow within that job, but you can't like grow exponentially
Unless you work for the government.
I guess, yeah.
And you get to play with our tax money.
That's true. Yeah.
I think there's just, in certain cases, you don't have that ceiling. In certain cases, you have steps and avenues up to a very high-paying job. But on the most levels, it takes a long time. And
Well, yeah, if you're going to be a doctor or a lawyer.
it may not be, it's not saying that entrepreneurship is a quick stream, but you do have ability to take all your ideas and your plans and make them a reality. And I think you can change it to doing exactly what you want to do, what you love to do. And that is the biggest draws that I have. And I could probably say the same for you, but it's like you're able to take ideas of your own and not always have to listen to somebody else, follow orders, and just be an NPC and not think for yourself and problem solve. You can say, okay, this is not working. Why is it not working? Let's figure out how to solve the problem and make it work. And part of that is just critically thinking, which a lot of people don't want to do. They don't want to have to worry about the risk of their decision failing. Mm-hmm. But obviously, you spent money just trying something, and then we've spent money, already plenty of money in this clothing brand, which who the hell knows if it's going to work? I mean,
it'll work.
So I'm like,
it'll work or I'll die trying.
I do all those things at my job as an engineer. I have to critically think. I have to test things. I have to spend money, and sometimes it fails. I have to try to solve problems, try to find root causes of those problems, and then find the best way to fix them. But my reason for wanting to be an entrepreneur is I want to have freedom of my time, have the freedom to choose what I'm doing, where I'm at any given moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
For me, it's not too much about the money, which the money can buy you time, which I think is the most valuable resource we have.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the only thing we cannot get back. You can always make more money.
Yeah.
I'm a huge money motivator. Like, if someone's going to say, you'll earn this much for doing this, and the harder you work, the more money you make, that's going to make me work harder until I drop on the floor.
Yeah, I think I'm not as much like obviously money is nice, but it's just the thought of being financially free and doing something that you wake up and you saying, I'm ready. I can't wait to work today.
You're passionate about it.
Yeah, like
it's not like you hate your job every single day.
Something you're passionate about is so much different. It's not even work at that point. It is a passion project. And I mean, we've probably heard that in school where it's like, make a passion project. And you're like, what the fuck? But here, this is our passion project, right? I mean, this podcast is a passion that each of us share.
Clearly. I mean, look at the effort you guys set up or put into this, setting up this set.
I mean,
well done, Drew. Well done. Love it. It was Drew's idea.
I mean, Danny had an idea of a podcast, and then I had some ideas of mics and tables, and I did some shopping, and then we were like, oh, Mason thinks just like us, and we were like, do you want to do this? And
boom, content idea.
And so now we are going to share some important concepts and thoughts and opinions, and we're we're gonna see where it takes us.
Important to us, and see if other people connect.
Yeah,
with that.
well.
Which there's
Yeah.
obviously people.
You
that
just
think like
gotta
us.
you just gotta connect with them.
Luckily, the internet connects you with anybody you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's exactly.
it's pretty cool.
I don't know. I think we can do some great things and change some people's lives. It's just whether,
We got to change ourselves.
well,
We're on that journey.
I think we're on a good path to start. I mean, there's a lot of growth opportunity, and I can't say the same about everyone that I know, but you got to use what you're given. And if you're given an opportunity to go above and beyond in something that you have always dreamt of,
That you're passionate about.
you should take it.
Yeah, I agree. So
That's my TED talk.
yeah.
So when we started doing this recording stuff, it was like kind of uncomfortable, wasn't it?
It was weird. It's like you're being watched.
But
It
we're
is-
not
It is
at the moment.
At this specific moment, we are not being watched at all.
And
But
we could just
the-
delete the file and nobody would ever know
Yeah.
this recording
So
happened.
the reason why people have a hard time getting in front of the camera is because there's always this low-lying level of pressure, like vulnerability that people crack underneath. And I think that if you have the ability to get in front of a camera and speak your mind and not really give a shit about who really hears it or not care about what people have to say in terms of the negative stuff, I think that it'll take you super far, because content is more than just posting your updates of your life on social media. It's creating a personal brand and the opportunities that come with that.
Creating a community.
Yep. Community, personal brand. Like,
Well, what is a personal brand?
personal brand is you as a person. So you are showing your life, you're showing who you are, what you do, connecting with a certain audience, because obviously you have to be niched to a certain extent.
Well, it's your life, so
Yeah,
it's what
so,
you do.
Yeah, and you connect with an audience, and that audience then has some sort of, I don't want to say relationship, but just like trust, or like some sort of like internet bond with you, where they like are constantly invested in your content. And then let's say the bigger you get, the more opportunities open up for you, like sponsorship deals. People want you to show off their stuff. Like, for example, Ghost Energy. Ghost Company will contact you if you have a big following and you're a gym goer, because they want your followers to see that you like Ghost and you use Ghost. So now they're going to go use Ghost because they
just
want to be like you.
Yeah, it's a major shift in advertising. Whereas like before the social media boom, it was just all like TV ads. That was like the best way to advertise.
Yeah.
And now,
Affiliate marketing.
the most watched TV program, the Super Bowl, like isn't even that big for advertising compared to social media.
Well, you see, like in the
influencers.
State Farm commercials, Patrick Mahomes is in it, Aaron Rodgers is in it. It's like all these people.
Oh yeah, you've got
There's
influencers.
probably more. Yeah, influencers. Ashton Hall, 10 million followers he just broke on Instagram. He just did a random collab with Mr. Beast. Like a morning routine of them like doing some basketball video, but it's so random. People are like, why? But if you really think about it, it's because he's gotten so viral that Mr. Beast recognized that, and they say, okay, well, there's an opportunity here to grow even more.
That's insane.
There's not like it's so
This
random.
dude just blew up and he's already with Mr. Beast.
Yeah, that's how it works. I mean, people go viral, and then there's this trend, and this guy dips his face into a bowl every single morning.
It's
like
a
an ice bowl.
satisfying morning routine.
Super high quality,
clicks.
very aesthetic, very I guess it's cinematic, but just very like satisfying to watch. And he just blew up, and it's insane because you'll see these trends that go on, and you'll just see it all over for like a straight month, and then all of a sudden you won't see it ever again. It just
Like the Hawk Tua.
yeah. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
That was the stupidest thing ever.
I don't hear about that at all.
Right.
It's a trend. It's a wave that comes in, and then boom.
Hope she
But
invested.
that
good.
girl has a following now.
Yeah,
For what? Like,
I know. But if you think about it, like she capitalized on those opportunities. So she made she made a talk to a podcast.
But honestly, I don't blame her, dude.
Right.
Freaking do it.
Yeah, like
she capitalized on the opportunity.
People-
Exactly.
yeah,
if you're
people-
given an opportunity, even just because you made a joke about a blowjob, and now you are freaking rolling in dough. Are you kidding me? Hell yeah, I take that opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, people made fun of it, but yeah, I don't.
They made
blame
fun
her.
of it because they didn't have the same opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There were so many memes out there. Like,
I mean-
like saying like a girl, like when you have to wake up in the morning for your job, and you know that there's a girl out there that said Hawk Tua
and is a millionaire.
a millionaire
or
for
whatever.
saying Hawk Tua.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Hey,
Well, it's just random shit like that.
Yeah,
That social
Opportunity.
media is just giving normal people crazy opportunities.
yeah, and like that situation obviously was like a super like
the viral
rare-
stuff is like one in
Yeah.
a million. But if you can build a personal brand like you guys were talking
consistency.
about, that's
and
like a that's like a steady base. It's like an asset that just grows.
And that I feel like that will succeed as long as you stay consistent with it, no matter how long it takes.
especially now since in platforms such as Instagram, they post videos that get views.
Yeah.
They push videos that get views. So it's not only if you are Mr. Beast and you have 100 million, whatever million subscribers he has or followers, that's how many views he gets. No, each time he will get a chance to get more followers, get more viewers, and just depends on the content that he shows. So yes, people know Mr. Beast and follow him more, but it's also like now you and I who have 1,000 followers and we post a video and it's a cool content video and it's like everyone can apply to it and all that stuff, then we have a chance to also go viral.
Have you heard like Mr. Beast talk about his process of blowing up?
No.
Like his story?
I listened to a podcast about it. Did you show him that? Did you get that podcast from him? The one
I
with
didn't
like the
watch it.
CEO. What is that? Life of a CEO.
No, I got that from
I don't
Allie.
remember.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Allie sent me the one on creatine, and then I followed it, and then they
Started
posted
listening to
another one.
Yeah, so that guy interviewed Mr. Beast. I don't know if that's the same podcast you're talking about, but I listened to his story, kind of, and I kind of forgot, but
Well,
yeah.
basically, he was just obsessed with YouTube since he was in like grade school, and he just wanted to be a YouTuber. So he would just make videos, get no views, and then but he just stayed consistent, and he was so obsessed, and he would like anytime he would do something good, he would study what about this video got people's attention. Or when he didn't get views, he would study what was different about this video. So he like had this process of analyzing all his stuff, figuring out what to do and what not to do, and he found out how to crack the algorithm,
yeah,
and he just keeps getting better and better, and he just keeps dumping more and more money into his next consecutive videos.
and that's
insane.
long form content.
Yeah.
Long form content is super hard. I think the easiest form of long form content is what we're doing right here, podcast, where it's just super raw. You take it, maybe edit it a little bit, and then you send it out.
It's not like a ton of planning.
No, the videos that he posts, the videos that he does now, he posts once every like month.
And they take like 4 months to make.
Yeah, once or twice.
So imagine how many videos he's got
2-3 months,
he has going on at the same time.
He says he's got like 6 projects going on simultaneously.
That's insane. So,
The videos are so good. Like, are you like, dude? I can like sit down 10 p.m. at night, get out a bowl of cereal, and just watch his videos just at the kitchen table. Just I love his.
Did you
videos.
see his Netflix show?
Beast Games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I finished it, but
It's so good.
I watched probably the first like 7 episodes,
I
and
didn't watch it.
I was on the edge of my seat. Like, you had no
like
idea
a
what was
mo-
going to
yeah,
happen next.
it's like
It
a
was
movie.
just
Well,
so
it's
much
the
anxiety.
It's the constant hooks
Yes.
throughout. So it's not only the hooks in the beginning, but it's a hook, and then you watch, and then hook again, and it's constant. If you study people's content, that's how it's laid out.
You know what's also interesting is when I talk to people like marketers and trying to sell me on like landscaping, like add-ons and like being on front page of Google and whatever this stuff is, I can literally pick out the tactics that I use on people that they're using on me. And they like, it's so interesting. I literally would look at him and be like, there's another one. Like,
Yeah.
he's trying to like conform and think, oh yeah, we're doing the best we can for you and blah, 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 blah. And then he's like, but I just really want to help you and make sure it fits you right. And then it's like,
But at the end of the day,
okay.
they don't care. I mean, okay, they care, but like
they want results.
What they care about is making the money off of you.
They want
Making
to
that
close
sale.
the deal.
They want
And
to
so,
close it, yeah.
Wait, so I'm confused. Who are we talking about?
We're talking about a Google ad. Drew was talking
so
about
like a Google ad salesperson.
Yeah.
yeah, so then,
because we have our Google ad business for our lawn mowing company.
Yeah, I was reached out to by a couple companies like that
they
when
go,
I
"Who
was
is-
doing the
is
drop
this the
shipping.
owner?" They go, is this the owner of D&D Landscapes? And I'm like, yeah. And I already know. I get like probably 50 of these calls I've already gotten.
To do like ad campaigns.
Yeah. And it's like, hey, if you pay the $250 a month, I will put you on the front page of Google. I'm like, okay, well,
How many companies are out there that are like that?
that they say that to? So
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, okay, well, they're not just selling it to me. They're selling it to Joe next door. And I'm like, oh, I can't
So,
do
yeah,
that.
I
And
don't-
then they don't take no for an answer. So then they keep pressing and pressing. I go, oh no. And they go, well, just take a chance. I'm like, dude, you're literally marketing. I do this to other people. Like, I know what you're doing. Like, please
Yeah.
don't. So now I've actually just resorted to saying, oh, I signed with somebody else. So
Just
you
to
have no
close
use.
it.
So then the door's closed. They can't make a sale. Already have it. And then they go, okay, goodbye. And I'm like, that's what
Yeah.
I thought.
That's what. Yeah, when people.
It's actually a good idea. Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting. They use the same tactics. Hey, we only have one spot left. Make sure you get that spot.
That's what I do to people like in the middle of the mall. They come up to you at those kiosks.
Oh my god.
I say I already have one.
Yeah.
Or the shoe cleaners, they'll be like, "Yo, let me clean your shoes." And
They
you gotta-
clean one.
You gotta like sprint away before they like
I like
grab
them.
you.
I like them all busted. I like my
Yeah.
busted out of data.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting because now whenever I have a phone call or talk to people, I always input those strategies, and I also study the strategies that somebody does on me. So like I saw that he was like, hey, we only got a limited spot. So people, when they see limited, that means they want it more.
Yeah.
So these people are basically just playing with your mind, and you got to learn how to spin it and use it to your own advantage for your own businesses, which I don't know. It's so cool. It's so interesting. And that's all marketing is just psychology.
Human psychology.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you really dig deep and figure out what's behind everything and why people say certain things and do certain things the way that they do them, it's cool to break it down, study it, and then apply it in your own business settings.
Which
So,
we're still learning for a clothing brand. So we're going to have to figure out how to make you believe that our stuff is premium. And it will be. It'll be good stuff, but like
It literally is.
there's strategies that are going to be put in place to help nurture that process along.
Right.
And I mean, even pricing and all this stuff. It's a cool psychology. And
I want to ask you guys, what do you want our viewers on this channel to get out of this over time? Like, what's as a group collectively, what's our main goal?
I want the viewer to kind of understand how our brains work and how we are as people.
Okay.
I would just say understand where my head's at. What do I want to accomplish?
See if you connect with us.
Yeah, what you can learn and see from our mistakes and our wins. And I do want to share and talk about the stress and the issues we've had. I mean, we've already had plenty of problems that we've overcome. And I think it's cool to kind of talk about the wins and the losses and the opportunities. And
Yeah, because you could say that we, like us three, we do not operate like the normal path, like kids our age or young adults our age.
I feel like you guys could do a whole episode on just your clothing process so far. Because I have so many questions.
we could do,
Yeah.
we
You could just interview us and just ask a shit ton of
we
questions.
we could definitely do that. Kind of like a deep dive in how we came up with that and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of that stuff we do in short media on our Instagram, and it's kind of just showing the current process and where we're at, what we're doing. Like right now, it's a lot of waiting and patience and pretty much just waiting for the samples to come in, which is the non-fun part. It sucks to have to wait 2 weeks or a month in between, because like I know we just got samples in and it's so exciting, but I mean,
And then you can't really make the marketing you want without the samples. So
especially if they're not what you want. So
yeah.
But you can post and work on your personal brand.
Exactly.
And just
always
be consistent. Yeah, there's endless work to do with this stuff, and if it's not the clothing brand, then it's your personal brand. If it's not the personal brand, then it's the landscaping. And then for you, your bike comes, and
So excited.
yeah.
There's a lot to come, and I think this is going to be the year that really changes our lives. And you can always say that and be like, oh, it's new year, new me type stuff. But I think that this year, actually, we've set ourselves up from the end of the year with such success that we will have this whole plan from the last 6 months. We've been working on stuff, and consistency with the podcast, consistency with our personal brands, our clothing brand, your own personal branding with your Suron and stuff like that. I think we will be able to like just boost ourselves.
Yeah.
So come like so it's March, April, May, June, July. Come July,
June or July, yeah.
let's see where we're at. I mean, June, it's halfway through the year, so
Yeah.
Time flies so fast.
Yeah.
it's already 3 months through 2025.
Time
It's
flies
crazy.
when you're having fun.
Yeah, we're so busy.
Yeah.
But
And you guys love the work that you've been doing.
Yeah.
we've literally.
Doesn't feel
Danny
like
hasn't.
work.
He's taken a semester off of college, but he's been literally working like it's a full-time job without any pay, basically. So like no rewards at all, and to keep motivated is insane, because to go 4 months with not a single dollar coming out of
The work that
you're doing is very hard.
Yeah.
And then I've also been working a full-time job on top of working from 5 to midnight every single night.
Yeah. Where do you work?
I work at Fabic Rent, so I'm a rental coordinator. So it's very, very go in the morning, and then as soon as it hits 5 o'clock, you're done, and that's kind of it. Forget about it till the next day you get there, and that is a mind-numbing job for me.
Except when you did get home, it wasn't forget about it, because you came home and you did your second job. You picked up, and we figured out, everything that we have to do at night, contacting manufacturers, because the Chinese start their day at like 8 p.m. our time. So,
Yep. So
I mean, we've had 3 a.m. nights where we stay up.
well,
and just,
I was starting to get addicted to caffeine because I was trying to extend my nights, and I'd be staying up till 1, 2 a.m.
yeah.
talking to these manufacturers, and then they start telling me you need to go to bed, and I'm like,
They're like, have a
Oh,
good.
crap.
They're like, you need
They
sleep.
were telling you to go to
yeah,
bed.
they said you need sleep. You
No
go."
way.
Yeah. So the manufacturers from China were telling us that we needed to go to bed,
That's insane.
and so
Yeah.
The ones that I've talked to are pretty considerate. Like they're very friendly, and
They're like, good night, friend.
I mean, I don't know if they're like just good at sales, but they act like they want to be your friend.
well,
Yeah.
there's a few in there that are really rigid and they're not very nice.
Yeah.
that
We've
talked
got
to.
one, Ray.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
not nice. Very, very cold, prickly. Then you got some people that are like checking on you, like they're super sweet, super
Yeah.
nice. They'll do all this extra stuff for you.
It's been a smooth ride overall, I would say, with the Chinese manufacturers.
Yeah, it's just been It's been a grind because it's hard to do work at night when you're tired. And I work all day
Yeah.
with like computer work, and then you go home and you're supposed to start a whole nother day.
It's definitely slowed
And
the
it's
process
like-
down. Like with our, I think if you didn't have the job, I mean, we wouldn't be able to pay for the samples. But like,
Yeah.
let's say we had more time to put towards everything. Our samples we'd probably have our end products like with us. I mean, 5 months.
Yes and no. I mean, that's if we started with the knowledge we had in the beginning.
True.
That's
We did
also
have 3 months of no knowledge.
That's also having no mentor, or it's having a mentor right away. We didn't have a mentor for the first 3 months. So for the last 2 months, we've made exponential progress in our designs, our marketing, our social media,
Yeah.
everything. Every aspect that we have done has increased tenfold. And therefore, that investment that we made has been worth it 150%.
It's gonna pay off.
Yeah.
The mistakes we would have made are, you can't even describe the amount of money that we would have lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. We got a lot of opportunity.
That mentorship is crazy. Like, and how you just said how much money you would have lost by making all these mistakes, and you're able to avoid them. You know, try to avoid as many mistakes as possible by taking someone else's experiences who's gone through the exact same thing.
And who actually wants to see you succeed. Like,
And who he's succeeded like on
Yeah,
his own path. Like
yeah.
he's made it.
our mentor is Marshall Cruz. So he's the owner of Tame Psychotic, and he has literally helped us. We talk to him twice a week, and we meet with his team on a regular basis. We haven't needed as much of the guidance as right now. We're waiting for the samples, but we tune in. We just kind of listen and listen to other people's issues, struggles, wins, and then when we come back and we learn something, we're able to share it with Mason and kind of say, "Hey, this is what we found out. So this is what we're doing. You should probably try this or change this," is what they said. And I think it's a win all around. We've by far already gotten our investment out of it.
Oh my God, yeah.
So
We would have shot ourselves in the foot if we didn't.
well, it's
invest in
kind of
that.
scary at the first. I mean, we had to apply and go through this process of interviewing, which we knew was a marketing scheme. I mean, you want to get.
You could tell so
I
easily.
mean,
but
it's funny, but at the same time, it's business, and that's
Yeah.
what you want to do is use those strategies to land those customers. And in that case, we were the customer looking for a service, and it was worth it.
well, they give you all this information and get you really invested, and then they go, as you know, it is an investment. Like this is a business. You guys, there has to be an upfront investment. We're like, yeah, we know that was on our minds the entire time, but that's how they get you. It's like they, get personal with you a little bit. They ask, get to know you a little bit, the situation that you're in, and then boom, they attack.
And they didn't want to let us go. They wanted, "Are you in? Are you 100?" They asked us this 4 times. "Are you in? 100%?" And they wait, and we're like, "Are you in? Are you going to say it? Say it. I want to hear you say it." And then we were like, "Yeah, we're in. We're in 100%." Like, and he's like, "I just want to make sure." I think we did it like 4 times throughout the thing. And then it's just psychologically boosting yourself, saying, "Yeah, I'm in. I'm ready." And then at the end, we're like, honestly, I thought it was going to be more. I'm not even going to lie to you.
Yeah.
So I was ready for like, I don't even know what. But
Yeah.
I was like, ah. And so obviously money's tight. So to make that investment was scary. But overall, it will help us reach our goals. So
Yeah.
it's kind of cool.
Exciting. Are you gonna do a personal brand?
I am.
Or I mean, not you are doing a personal brand. The clothing brand. I mean, like eventually, are you gonna do a clothing brand or no?
No.
Okay.
I like what you guys are doing, and I'd like to kind of help with that.
Yeah.
Like,
that'd be
especially
cool.
with the marketing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we
maybe-
can get you on our team on when we grow and get bigger.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
you guys are just doing the initial sample stuff. Like,
I don't think you need to make your own brand. I think if you have a team, and like Marsh's team, he has people that do individual different things.
Yeah.
And you have different skills that we don't have. You have different skills I don't have.
exactly.
And to build a team around one brand is way better than trying to do individual.
Yeah, so
by
like,
far.
no question, I would not do my own.
Yeah.
At least that's not on my mind at all.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
for some crazy opportunity, like a hug to a girl.
If I had some viral saying,
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
Put it on a shirt, call it a day.
But that's like that's not really a brand. That's just
riding a wave of a
Trend. Yeah.
trend.
Those trends. Yeah. When you go, that's the thing with going viral, like from 0 to 100. It's like, yeah, it goes viral so fast, but then all of a sudden it just, people get bored of it. Then just starts,
plateau.
You start
It comes
plateauing.
down as fast as it went up.
So like when you build it up, you build consistency, you build a community of people who aren't just making fun of it.
They're
and
invested.
Yeah, they're investing into you. So that's why, yeah, it takes a longer time, but you are consistently building every single day. And that's, I much rather do it that way than get it super easy by saying,
I mean, getting it easy
bullshit.
is 1 in a million.
yeah,
It's like gambling.
It's worse
Hitting
than
green.
1 in a million.
yeah, putting all your money on green.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, scary.
I don't know. We got a social media page for our landscaping company. So
Yeah.
I mean that we have never posted on there, but I feel like it's
DD
something
Landscapes,
we can
LLC.
very easily.
Dude, I mean, I
post.
sent you guys the Handy Hunks page.
Yeah.
This guy I knew from middle school. He
Yeah.
moved down to Florida with his buddy who's also like they're both like jacked. They started
Natty?
One is a fake natty.
Oh,
Not the one I know.
Okay.
But they moved down to like Naples, Florida, I think, where there's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And they do like pressure washing roofs, driveways, windows,
yeah, it's so smart.
other kind of yard stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah, you can move.
But their marketing is crazy, dude.
Yeah, and to his point, you can move your business down
Well-
south. I mean, I think if we go down south, it stays greener down there
all year round.
all year.
I mean,
round.
it gets down to I think Allie said like 40 in Atlanta, but
I'd love to move to Georgia. Actually,
All right, yeah.
Georgia would be a nice state to go down and move our company. But
for real, down in the south.
Somewhere by the coast, right?
You get. I need that ocean. That's what I need. I
love the
even being within like an hour of the ocean would be nice.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But like if you get to those green months where you can hire people and like expand your business, maybe you don't have to let it go your company when you move into doing content or something that sort. I mean, I would love to have our clothing brand full time. Like I would love to be able to do that, be able to work from wherever, just make sure everything's running, have a warehouse where I've got business working out of it, have people running it, that sort of thing. But
You can't just go to that.
no. And so you have to work up and
Yeah.
then make decisions on where you're going to spend your time, and you can't spend your time on everything. So,
yeah,
but I think if we're going to be doing this landscaping as our main fuel right now for what we're doing, I think we should be able to do social media for that. I mean, why wouldn't you be able to? You do this stuff every day. Why wouldn't you be able to record it? And that's all people do in their lives. I mean, you grow it, we mow it. That guy.
I used to record me cutting lawns.
I know.
I made a page, and it was the most satisfying thing I've ever done. Just watching back.
Well, that's
the
why
videos.
people watch it. It's satisfying.
Yeah.
Oh, and I would set
Or
up
like
my,
edging videos too.
yeah, I would set up my tripod.
You
And
actually did?
I would set up my tripod. It was 2 years ago, and I would cut the grass, and then move the tripod, and then cut the grass in the backyard, and it was super easy to edit. I mean, you just put it on a faster speed, and then put some music over it, and if you're consistent with that, you could literally. I mean, that is so easy. That's satisfying,
Dude, you might as well.
You don't even need a hook. You don't even need a hook.
We could literally get a dead phone, or like get a phone, blank phone, and just purely record that on it.
Yeah, I mean,
think, like it sounds dumb, but
it's not like.
No,
but
it's not.
it's satisfying as all get out.
People will watch anything.
And you don't
They'll
need a
watch
hook
you-
for that.
No,
They'll watch you assemble this couch. Like,
yeah.
you just
So
Yeah.
I think doing stuff like that, make it your routine. Who sets out the tripod? Like that same thing. We always had our routine when we get out. I mean, to be as fast as possible. We both get out. Someone starts undoing the straps. Someone opens the gate. By the time you're both done, you're in the mowers. You're both pulling out at the same time. And then it's just a big circle, and you big loop. You finish everyone's job until they're all done. You get out, and you just throwing a tripod and hit record on that.
that's
Yeah.
nothing.
I mean, you could literally take our camera out.
I don't think I do the camera.
Well, I mean, because You'd have to get better batteries, but with our phones, I want to listen to music.
Well, that's why I said you get like a blank phone,
I guess, yeah.
and it doesn't have to be insane quality because it's just a mowing.
I have the best ideas.
It's too easy.
It's so easy. Yeah.
Well, honestly, people forget how easy it is, and that's the thing.
How easy is it?
It's so easy.
It's
not
so easy.
that complicated.
No,
it's so
no.
easy.
People overcomplicate overcomplicate things, and even for reels, I mean, all it is a hook, and it's hooking somebody in and saying, "Here's the best recipe for gaining weight.
You're promising
Here's
them.
the
Here's your
information.
results.
Yeah.
Here's the best way to lose weight. Here's the best way to gain arm muscles.
Right,
This is
'cause
the
you
best
don't-
way to tone your abs, and you just set the expectation, and then
You're promising them.
show them what they want.
You're promising them some information, some entertainment thing throughout the video. They're gonna receive something. You just have to stay and
you
watch
just have
to
to
get
make
it.
sure that it's just something that they want to see.
So with your mowing business, you're going to be showing the result. You're going to be selling the result on your page.
Stay.
You're not
to
selling
the
mowing.
end.
You're
No.
selling the result.
You're selling
Yeah.
the satisfyingness of
The nice
trimming
lines.
long grass and getting nice stripes, and like that's all it is. And if people like satisfying lawn mowing, people like satisfying brush trimming, they like that stuff, and it's just calming to watch.
And think about how many lawns we mow a week, right?
we mowed over 500 last year.
Yeah. So
Different lawns or just
times.
No, over time.
Times.
Yeah,
Six-
times.
over 600 times.
Drew, it was way over that. It was like probably above 800.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
So I mean, you think
Wow.
you think about how many videos
you need, okay, if you put, what you really need to do is post one time every single day. So that's 7 times a week. We're mowing way more than 7 lawns
Yeah.
a week. So if you go out and you record one time, you pick your most satisfying lawn, you record it, get home, quick little edit, boom, post it. You do that the whole entire summer. Who says not one of those is going to go viral? Are you
Dude,
kidding
yeah.
me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Consistency
Oh
is
my
key.
God.
And people forget that. Well, nobody can stick with things. That's the problem. So there's people that are like, "Oh, I'm so excited to do this," and they're like, "I'm in," and then all of a sudden it's like a week goes by, and they're like, "Yeah."
Kind of like me with posting reels.
Well, you haven't started.
You haven't started, but once you
start.
start, you got to.
I got this.
you
I
gotta
got
go.
the clips for my first video. I just got to edit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I mean, once you start and start with reasonable goals. So maybe say we're super busy. Let's post 3 videos a week, and then we're like, okay, we kind of got our groove. Let's post 5 videos a week.
Yeah.
And then we're good. Let's post every day. Let's post twice a day.
Yeah.
And the more videos you post, the more work. But yes, it's also just the more chance you have of going viral and getting viewers and monetizing that. And that's all that would be. I mean,
Yeah.
just showing business. And again, that can create connections. That one guy was cutting grass for, who is that famous rapper? I can't remember, but his designs in the grass was seen by so many people that some rich guy hired him for a car show.
Wasn't it the guy who cut the lawns in like a zigzag? It was
there was,
some
like,
weird.
and
It was some weird thing, but it got. I mean, it stands out. They got
And
views
it's
because it was
just grass cutting.
Satisfying. Yeah. So you see these really weird but really cool, really entertaining videos online, and you're like, oh my gosh, I just have to keep watching because it's so cool. But if you really look at what the video is, most of the time it's just a simple cooking video.
Yesterday, someone was showing me a video of just dogs eating like liver and organs and duck
Oh
heads.
yes, those are so satisfying.
I'd never seen those, but it was so satisfying.
They
Yeah.
crunch. They
They
crunch
crunch.
on the
Yes.
eggs and all that stuff.
Well, you know
it's
what?
just something so simple. Like
You know-
I would probably post my snake eating the rat tomorrow.
Yes,
dude, you could.
And you know why that's so satisfying is because you see all these different types of food on the plate, and you see the egg there, and you hear how satisfying the crunches of like the chicken leg, and you're like, oh, I cannot wait until it gets to the egg, and you're waiting, and then it eats the egg at the last part. Well, no shit, the video is gonna do well because an egg just pops, it just
Yeah.
explodes in your mouth, and it's like, no shit, it's gonna get a lot of views. Like,
I
bro,
follow this one page on Instagram where this dude has this like jet black water monitor. It's a lizard. It's huge. It's probably as long as this couch.
Jeez.
And he feeds it eggs, and it's so satisfying. He rolls them on like the hardwood floor. The thing like comes up,
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
crunches,
Yeah.
swallows them whole,
Yeah.
licks his lips.
Oh my God.
Like, dude, these videos are of people's pets.
Yeah.
dogs.
Dogs.
The dogs make the money.
The dogs make the money. Like, it's people don't understand how easy it is. You just kind of have to step back, analyze what videos are doing well, and figure out something that in your life that you can record. Something super simple. And there's endless things that we can get. Like, you're good at cooking steaks. Like, dude, you could literally,
I appreciate that.
yeah, you could literally like make videos about
Show your process.
show your
dude.
process. And if you're consistent with that every single day, it's a simple, I mean, okay, eating one steak every single day is kind of crazy, but like, you know what I mean?
I don't
Just
eat it every day, but
Yeah.
multiple times.
But like
a
when
week.
you
Yeah.
make it, then just show
do
your
it,
process.
yeah.
And I think, honestly, I think the problem with doing that is that it's so overwhelming to know where to start. And
That's what we were going through.
Just take the action and do it.
see, that's a lot easier said than done. But I think you've kind of seen what we've done, and you're like just gonna send it and see what happens, which is a perfect mindset.
Yeah.
But for us to have, we're looking at Marsh and we're looking at all these other kids in this group that we're in, and they're getting 30K views, 50K views, and I'm like, what is he doing?
Yeah, we're like,
One of our
yeah.
one of our buddies is 15, and he's getting like hella views.
He's from
on his stuff.
Australia.
15.
Is he from Australia?
15, and
Yeah.
his videos are immaculate.
Yeah, really good.
And props to
Really
him. He does a great job.
What kind of content does he post?
So he has like hyper realistic art, and that is
Yeah.
something that,
It's a skill.
yeah, it's a skill that not many people have. So that is
Yeah.
perfect. I mean, you take your skill and you make money off of something that other people can't do, and that therefore increases the value. And so he shows that, and then it's so satisfying to watch the graphics, the video, the editing. It's all really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're learning from that and just trying to tweak it to our own media. And
Yeah.
I think we finally kind of grasped what we want to do. And
Yeah. Well, we figured out that it was way more simple
Than we thought.
Than what we thought. We were trying to do some like cinematic reels, and it was fun. Like it was kind of interesting, the ideas that we had, but at the end of the day, it was right in front of us. I mean, we eat healthy, we eat clean, we eat high protein meals. We go to the gym, we lift. We have this lawn mowing company. There's all sorts of things that were right in front of us that we could record, and all you gotta do is put in hooks and make the videos interesting or satisfying or whatever to engage the audience. And I think we finally figured it out, and it clicked, and we were like, oh, it's not that hard. So now we can just go right through all the videos and make 7 a week or more.
But
and post every single day.
The problem was getting there.
Yeah,
So
figuring that out,
the
that
month,
it's simple.
This last month, 3 to 4 weeks, so we've spent trying to figure this out, has been agonizing, because it's frustrating seeing other people succeed, and then you're trying and trying and trying, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
And I can see little progress in my videos and
Oh, yeah.
engagement, and no matter what I post, if it's dumb or
Cringy or
awesome or whatever
yeah.
it is, you're testing the waters, you're seeing what's going on.
Yeah.
And
this is what I always say. It's always going to be cringy until you make it.
yeah.
That's what I always remind myself.
I mean, it's gonna be. I mean, your first video is
yeah.
gonna suck. Your first video is gonna suck.
Yeah.
Our first videos were like, what are they doing?
but you got to compare yourself to yourself.
Yeah.
If your next
Yes.
video is better than your previous video, you're in the right direction. You're not going backwards.
Yeah.
So that's all
that's
you got
a
to
whole
worry
other
about.
whole other can of worms. But
Oh,
like,
yeah.
comparing yourself to others is a lose
Losing battle.
Yeah.
always. Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's good for inspiration. Good for inspiration,
Yes. Very good for inspiration.
but
yeah.
But for
Not for
looking at
progress.
yeah, for progress, you feel bad about yourself unless you're specifically looking at someone who is not quite up to your level. You will always feel bad about yourself, and I don't know who anyone looks at they're going to look down at somebody like that.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily feel bad about myself.
Well, like you just not that you feel bad, but like you feel like
The joy
gosh,
kind of gets
I'm not-
stolen.
I'm not
It's
as
like I'm not as
far.
I
far.
take that back.
like dang, my videos aren't as good, or my clothes aren't there, or gosh, why does it taking so long, or I'm spending all this money and I'm not getting any views, or
Makes me depressed when I see people living in Florida or like some warm place.
or you're
If
like
you buy a car like a Lamborghini and then all of a sudden your neighbor has a Bugatti, you're gonna be like, damn. You're kind of like the joy is just gonna be sucked out of it if you're comparing. But if you're like, oh, congrats, or
I didn't have a
whatever it is.
Lamborghini. I didn't have any chance of getting a Lamborghini 5 years ago.
Yeah,
yeah,
If you compare yourself to yourself,
to yourself,
then you're gonna be
yeah.
like, dang, I got a Lambo, and then
like no
before I
shit, a
had-
Lambo
doesn't-
is a
yeah.
pretty
Yeah,
big
Yeah.
achievement.
yeah, it's exciting.
it's all all perspective, 100% perspective, and especially in this growth period where we're not going to be good at everything, and a lot of things are just going to be terrible. And this first podcast, which I think has gone pretty smoothly, actually could be not even good at all compared to somebody like Joe Rogan who's been doing this podcast, right?
Oh,
so
of course.
If you say that and you go, oh, well,
If you're
mine suck.
comparing to other people.
Well,
Yeah.
no, if you compare to the first time you ever step in front of a camera and then you see, oh shit, I'm way better at talking and being natural and just being myself. And it's like,
Yeah.
dang.
but you can
I'm doing
still
good.
look at other people and use that for inspiration.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
say, oh,
learn
that worked for
learn
them.
from other people. Yeah,
Why don't I
Yeah.
try that?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Really
Learn
interesting.
from them. Don't compare yourself to their wins.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think we're at the hour mark of this first podcast. So, how are we feeling?
I think we're going to wrap this one up here.
I think this was a good rebound from our first one today.
Yeah.
that failed.
I'm just hoping all cameras are still
Yeah, we
on.
had a little bit of a discrepancy in our hardware. It failed us.
Both visual and auditory.
Yeah,
But
really awkward.
we
but-
bounced back. We recorded another video, kind of talked about some different things, and I think it actually went like 10 times smoother than
Yeah.
it did before. So
Yeah. For our next podcast, though, I want to get our audio, our what is it
Cable
called?
situation.
No. Well, yeah, that. But like, what is
we
it
got
called?
some. We want to import
The
our
mixer.
Yeah, we
yeah.
want to import an audio or
into
our
the
audio
pads.
into it,
Yeah.
What?
And then,
to get a little intro,
So you can
like
get
the
an
music
intro.
Oh,
intro. Yeah.
gotcha.
So we get our
Yeah, that'd be smooth.
yeah.
yeah, and then we can kind of situate a little bit better.
Yeah.
But there's always room to grow, and I think it's a good place to start. And we're going to be posting every Saturday.
Every Saturday.
And it's going to be a new topic every time. We don't really know, so it's going to be a surprise. It could be anything in your life, really.
Yeah.
Supplements, food, gym, women, men.
if you're into that,
If you're into that,
yeah.
no, it
so-
could be literally anything, and it could even be some trends. So
Yeah.
stay tuned, and we'll
Yeah.
see you next time.
Thank you for joining the Lat Cave, and we'll see you next Saturday.
See you later.
It's yeah.
That's it.